Hi my kittens, here we are again. There is a serious subject I want to talk about. Although there are a lot of videos, I can't say a lot of videos, but a lot of people go through it. A lot of people deal with it. I just want to tell you my experience. So my screen for me to see myself is right here. So if I keep looking down, that's kind of why it catches my attention. Yeah, it's something that it does. So the topic is epilepsy. Now, some people is born with it. Some people kind of discover that they have it later on in life. Me, I told y'all about the story of me having my son. I went into labor September 2nd, or no, September 1st. I had my son September 2nd. I was due to go home September 4th. And my body basically started crashing. The doctors asked me, can they, can they do an exploratory surgery? I told them yes. And when they took me down on the elevator, as I was going down on the elevator, my body was slowly crashing. By the time they got me to the operating room, I had died. They were able to resuscitate me. And so they did an exploratory surgery where they went in to figure out what exactly was going on, because nobody had any idea what I had or what was going on. And couldn't find out it was, what was it? My reproductive system was black. So I ended up with sepsis. And they kept telling my family I wasn't going to make it. I wasn't going to make it. And just so be it, I moved. So I had two tubes right here, which that was the ECMO machine. I had a tube right here, which was my what is it called? So I had a tube right here, which was to help me breathe. I forgot what the actual name of it is, but I had that. And I woke up just slightly enough to where I moved. And what happened was, when I moved that tube. They had to go back in and do surgery again. This time it was to fix the tube. And as they were fixing the tube, I died again. And they never told me how long I was out, but I was out long enough to end up with brain damage to the back right side of my head. Now, about give or take a month or so, they eventually sent me home. And I was at home doing fine, but I was still having pain because I had a G tube also, a gastrointestinal tube also. And the pain from my left and right chest tube, that was still hurting me. And the pain from the surgery on my stomach was still hurting me. And so they gave me oxycodone mixed with Tylenol. And I woke up and I was in so much pain. I took that and I was like I kept telling my husband, like, I feel funny. And he was getting the kids ready to go to daycare. So he was like, well, I'll be back. I'm going to go take them to school or to daycare. And I'll be back, to check on you. So he came back. And just so be it, I was sitting up for like the room was spinning. And so I'm like this. I'm like, what's going on? And it had gotten so bad to the point where I got nauseous. And so I got up and I ran to the bathroom. And as I'm in the bathroom and I'm basically on my knees over the toilet, and he just heard a boom. And so what happened was, he realized that I was seizing. So I was, at that moment, I was having a grand mal seizure. And he called my mom, who's a nurse, and she was like, well, keep her head away from the door, make sure she don't hurt herself, and turn on her side. Now, one thing people really get or got a misconception about is to put a spoon in somebody's mouth when they're having a seizure. Don't do that, because they can actually break their teeth if you do that. And no, they won't swallow their tongue. The breathing that you hear, that's just them aspirating, and you have to turn them on their side so they don't choke on their own saliva. So it's not them choking on their tongue or anything. But so he did that. The only thing I remember is waking up in the ambulance and them asking me what hospital I wanted to go to. So I ended up going to the hospital. They ran some tests. They did an EKG where they put all these different prongs on your head and they stick them there and they have to wrap your head up. And I was on that for about 3 weeks so they could figure out like how many seizures I'm having throughout the day. See if the medications they were giving me were keeping me from having the seizures, or how much medicine to give me. You know, they were just tracking all that stuff. And me, I never thought I would be someone to have epilepsy. I really never really took that into consideration, because first off, I never thought I'd be the person to pass away and still be here to talk about it. I also never thought I would end up getting sick after having my child. Now, I don't want to cry. I know I might. But the thing that hurt so much throughout the whole process was the fact that I had missed the first 4 months of my child's life. Now, I mean, I guess I have these years with him now, but those first few months are the most precious months that you will get with your child. You know, you get that skin-to-skin contact, you get you get to breastfeed them, like you just get that bond with them. And I wasn't able to do that. But I'm here to still talk about things that I went through and my situation now. So, yeah, I had the grand mal seizure here in St. Louis, and I ended up in hospital again. I was back in hospital for almost a month. They was giving me so much medication to figure out what medicine to put me on, how much medicine to put me on, like all that stuff. And then also they have finally got it under control. Finally. But I was still having seizures here and there. Like every now and then I would have a seizure. And I know a lot of people ask, well, how do you know you're about to have a seizure? The main thing that helps me know, because for everybody it's different, but with me, the one thing that helps me know that I'm going to have a seizure or I'm about to have a seizure is, you know, the blue, white, and red lights you see on police cars that flashing. I get that on either side of my face. So sometimes it'd be like right here and I'll see the lights, or it just covered my whole view and I just see the lights. And so I'm like, okay, I'm about to have a seizure, or either I'm having a seizure or something like that, because my seizures are brain seizures. So when I have a seizure, other people really don't know, not unless they literally like sitting there staring at me. Like I end up staring off into space, or I won't blink. I just be like this. That's how you know I'm having a seizure, or my parts of my body shaking. Like you would never really know unless you're like sitting there really paying attention to me. But for the most part, I do say, like, I'm having a seizure or I'm about to have a seizure, then I sit down. Now, that's what I wanted to tell you all. That's the main things about my epilepsy. For the most part, for me at this moment, epilepsy isn't a hard thing to deal with because I'm on the right medication, you know, and they got me on the right dosage and stuff. My only problem is I hate taking pills. And so now, like, I'm on my seizure medicine. I now take thyroid medication and what else? I think that's all. Yeah, so I take my seizure. I take 2 different seizure medicines in the morning and at night, and I take allergy medicine and thyroid medicine. Excuse me. And it's just like, I get to the point where I don't want to take it. I take it anyway because I know I really basically don't really have a choice. But for the most part, I really don't like taking my medication. But who does, you know? What else I want to talk to you all about? Epilepsy isn't something like to tease nobody about, cause like it's nothing that they can really do about it. They can't fix themselves. You can't get surgery for it, but it's risky because you know they're dealing with your brain and stuff. So it's really risky, but you can't get surgery for it. I can't get surgery for it because it's brain damage. I have short-term memory loss. What else? I have short-term memory loss. Like, I could be talking like now and I just forget what I'm talking about. Nobody really sits back and be like, I wonder how to be to not be able to see, you know, or I wonder how to be if I didn't have this or if I didn't have that. And just think on it. Like, I keep saying, like, for instance, the other day I went downstairs in the basement. I switched over the clothes, and I said to myself, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see how I feel to be blind. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not making a joke out of it, like none of that. But I wanted to know how people feel, and although it was just for a few seconds, it was like it's changed everything. Because I'm walking up steps like this, and I know my house, but it's still like, what if I was blind? What if I couldn't see this? What if I didn't know where that was at? So my daughter basically guided me all the way to my bedroom, and just thinking about that, it was like, oh my God. Like, it wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't be right. And people just, I don't know. All in all, people just take stuff for granted. Epilepsy isn't fun. Epilepsy isn't a joke. And talking about people, it's just not right. Everybody go through their own trials in life and deal with their own crap. But you have to take into consideration that a lot of people can't change what they have. They can't change the way they are. And I know now they have the new Star Wars movie is coming out. And on there it said it can cause somebody who has epilepsy to have a seizure. And it's just like, if you know that, why would you make the movie? You know, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just feel like something's just not right. Something's just not right. And people really need to just sit back and think about stuff. I really do. Update on my life, though. Now my mom is back home. I'm happy about that. And now my videos will start to be like structured. So they'll have to be up Wednesday and Saturday. I can't put up 2 videos every 2 days no more. Because I don't have the time. I take care of my mom. So I thank you all for clicking on this video. Thank y'all for watching this video. I don't know if I get any questions about my makeup look, but I just put on lip gloss, a brown liner. I did a orange eye, or orange glittery eye, if you can see. It's just an orange glittery eye. I can do a makeup look on how to wear your makeup with glasses. If that's what you all would like to see, just let me know in the comments below. And I hope to, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and push the notification bell so you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. And again, thank you.